You might think the world is dangerous because of wild animals, natural disasters, or deadly diseases, but some of the most ridiculous, unbelievable deaths didn't come from nature. They came from pure stupidity, curiosity, or sheer overconfidence. From a man crushed by his own furniture to someone who died chasing social media fame. These are real stories. Stay until the end. Number 8 is so absurd it will make you question reality itself. Welcome back to Facts Matrix, your daily dose of the strangest, most shocking, and sometimes darkly humorous true stories. Today we're counting down the dumbest ways the people have died. Mistakes so absurd they sound fictional. But each one proves one thing. Common sense isn't so common after all. 15. The Treadmill Stunt. A man attempted to run at maximum speed on a treadmill while holding heavy weights to impress his friends. He lost balance, was thrown backward, and struck his head on the wall behind him. The injury proved fatal. A workout meant to build strength became a deadly display of ego. Sometimes showing off is more dangerous than staying still. 14. The gas leak ignition. Smelling gas in his kitchen, a homeowner decided to investigate the source, using a lighter for visibility. The moment he flicked the flame, the room erupted in an explosion. He suffered fatal burns. One careless decision turned a minor problem into a catastrophe. Gas leaks demand caution, not curiosity. 13. The shopping cart ride. Late at night, a group of friends took turns riding a shopping cart down a steep parking lot hill. One man lost control. The cart flipped and he struck his head on the pavement. He died at the scene. A childish thrill became a fatal mistake. Gravity always wins. 12. The homemade sauna. Hoping to relax, a man converted his bathroom into a makeshift sauna. Using boiling water and sealed windows, steam filled the room, consuming the oxygen supply. He lost consciousness and suffocated. Relaxation turned into tragedy. Even comfort can become deadly without proper ventilation. 11. The escalator shortcut. In a rush, a commuter tried to run up a descending escalator while carrying heavy bags. He tripped, fell backward, and was pulled into the moving steps. The injuries were fatal. Saving a few seconds cost him everything. Sometimes, patience is the safest choice. 10. The window washing disaster. A man decided to clean his second-story windows without a ladder. Instead, he stood on a stack of chairs, confident he could reach the top safely. The stack wobbled, tipped over, and he fell into the concrete below. He died before anyone could react. Thousands of fatal falls happen every year from simple household tasks. Sometimes, the most ordinary chores hide the deadliest dangers. The lesson is simple. Don't take shortcuts that put your life at risk. 9. The exploding milk jug. A curious teenager wanted to see what would happen if he microwaved a sealed milk jug. Pressure built up inside faster than he anticipated. The jug exploded violently, spraying shards of plastic and glass across the kitchen. One shard pierced his neck. Curiosity killed more than the proverbial cat that day. Even small experiments can turn fatal without proper caution. A single moment of curiosity ended a young life. 8. The riding mower. Mishap. A man decided to trim his lawn using a riding mower. Without stopping the blades, he leaned over to pick up a stray rock. The mower tipped over, crushing him instantly. Overconfidence and laziness can be deadly. A task that should have taken minutes became a fatal accident in seconds. Sometimes, the simplest tools in our homes can be lethal if handled carelessly. 7. The high-voltage selfie. In the quest for the perfect Instagram post, a young man climbed a transmission tower. He wanted the perfect aerial selfie, overlooking the city skyline. He leaned too close to a live wire. The current surged through him. He died instantly. The pursuit of likes cost him his life. This story is a chilling reminder. Validation on social media is never worth risking your life. A single reckless decision can erase an entire future. 6. The hot air balloon. Dare a man wanted to impress his friends by jumping from a hot air balloon. without a parachute. He believed he could land safely on a small inflatable mat. Gravity didn't cooperate. He fell from hundreds of feet. Sometimes showing off is deadlier than the scariest thrill ride. One bad idea, one lapse in judgment, and a life is gone. The thrill of attention is never worth the risk of death. 5 elevator shenanigans. A group of friends thought it would be hilarious to rock a moving elevator back and forth. One misstep, one loose latch, and the elevator plummeted. One person died instantly. Others suffered severe injuries. A harmless joke became a nightmare in seconds. Even moments of fun can turn into tragedy without thinking through the consequences. 4. The poisoned champagne. In 18th century Europe, a man tried to chill champagne using ice made from toxic chemicals. He wanted to impress a guest with perfectly cold wine. One sip, and the poison worked its deadly magic. Sometimes trying to improve something trivial can end in the ultimate price. A brief lapse in judgment, or a misplaced ambition, can have irreversible consequences. 3. The backyard rocket. A teenager built a homemade rocket to see how high he could fly. Excited, he launched it without testing safety measures. The fuel ignited too early, and the rocket exploded, killing him instantly. Curiosity is admirable, but when paired with recklessness, it can be fatal. A single lapse in caution cost a young life in seconds. 2. The collapsing bookshelf. A man tried to rearrange his massive home library all at once. He stacked too many books on a ladder and leaned too far, and the shelf toppled. Crushed under tons of books, he didn't survive. Sometimes even being a bookworm can be dangerous. A lesson: even ordinary tasks require care and respect for the laws of physics. 1. The flaming hair dare. At a party, a man set his hair on fire as a joke. He underestimated how fast hair ignites. In panic, he ran into a wall, fatally injuring himself. A moment of stupidity ended a life. Human ego, recklessness, and overconfidence can be more dangerous than any weapon. These stories sound absurd, almost like dark comedy, but they carry a serious lesson. Most tragedies don't come from danger itself. They come from overconfidence, impatience, curiosity, or one careless decision. If this video made you rethink everyday risks, hit like, subscribe to Fact Matrix, and remember, life isn't about showing off or taking shortcuts. Sometimes survival isn't about strength. It's about thinking, paying attention, and using common sense. Even the smallest mistake can have the biggest consequences.